1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
I'm with Jaylee Cooper. She's from the Teddy Love Club, and this is a really great organisation that hopefully you won't have to touch on. If you've never had any contact with the Teddy Love Club, I hope you actually don't, because it is an organisation that deals with the stillbirth of children or is it late-term miscarriage or is it all miscarriage?
Yeah, it's all forms of pregnancy loss, so miscarriage through to neonatal death. So for us, we support families, and, it doesn't matter if you've lost your baby at 6 weeks or 36 weeks, then, it matters that you've lost your baby. So it's not we don't put any time limits on it.
Because I think many people are quite dismissive of, like a really early term miscarriage, and there's almost that kind of, it happens all the time. And it's like, but you know what, for some people they cope with that better than others.
Yeah,
it's the whole weight of expectation of, I want to be pregnant so badly, I want to have a child. If that's your whole motivation and you get pregnant and then you lose it at 8 weeks, 6 weeks, it's still a loss.
Yeah, particularly, the mothers that do experience miscarriage, they feel like they're not warranted of support. Like, they will often ring our support line and say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to take too much of your time, or, they think that they're not worthy of support, and we have to stop and actually remind them that, it is okay that they contact us, and, the reality is that they have lost their baby, and it doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter how, it's that they lost their baby, they would like support, and that's what our program's here to do. So it is very sad to think that they feel that.
And do you get many mums and dads who just cry, who just get and find that they have a reassuring voice on the end of the phone, who knows what they've gone through, and that's it, it opens the floodgate?
Yeah, and when that happens, we just sit there and we just listen and we just let them know that we're here and it's okay, and take your time, take a breath, and we're still going to be waiting for you whenever you'd like to talk, and sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. Pop your headphones on there, Jaylee. Karen's on the line. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Jaylee and Amanda. Who donates where do the teddy bears come from?
The teddy bears come from the families themselves if they've lost babies, or they can come from anyone, really. They are donated back to the program, usually in memory of a baby that has passed away, and we include that name on the tag. Otherwise, we financially fund buying the teddy bears, so any donations the program receives, then we buy the teddy bears, as well as any other support resources that we have for the parents.
Right, because I've got a whole lot of double teddy bears that were given to my granddaughters when they were born, and they've never been used. And I was sort of thinking, can I donate them?
Yeah, if you want to have a look on our website, which is www.teddyloveclub.org.au, and on the homepage there's a tab there that says Donate a Bear. If you click on that page, then you will see we have some guidelines with the bears. Obviously, because they're going to the families, we have to make sure that they're new teddy bears. We can't accept second-hand. But as long as they're new, and we do only accept small to medium-sized bears.
Yes, these are.
Yeah, often people think the bigger the better with the bears, but it's actually not. And with the families, they do like the small bears. It's something that they've got to hold. And we also have a bit of a storage problem with the maternity hospitals as well. So, if the bears are small to medium size and they're traditional teddy bears, then we're obviously very grateful to receive them.
Oh, that's good.
Good on you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Bye. Take care, bye. It's such a wonderful thing. Brian's on the line. Hi, Brian.
Good, Amanda. How are you?
Good.
And what was the lady's name?
Jaylee.
Jaylee, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I wish I knew you were around a little while ago, because we had a miscarriage, my wife and I, and did you offer some sort of counselling or question answering and that sort of stuff as well? Or what? I only just switched on, and I didn't catch the first part of the segment.
Sure, yeah, we have a bereavement support line, and anyone is able to ring that bereavement support line. The number is 1-800-824-240. We have trained counsellors and parent support workers that answer that phone, so you'll know that when you ring that number that you will actually speak to someone that has experienced the loss of the baby, but you'll also speak to someone that's obviously got some training as well. So you're most certainly welcome to contact us that way, or through our website, teddyloveclub.org.au.
Oh, excellent.
Do feel free to contact us at any time, because that's what we're here for.
And there's support groups, Brian, as well, places where you can just go and speak to other parents who have actually experienced a similar loss. And I think that's, from what I was getting from Jaylee, that's often part of the whole healing process, and a really a good aspect of the Teddy Love Club, because, it takes another group of parents to truly understand the feelings that you're going through.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, when we had our miscarriage, sort of no one around us had seemed to have one. All my family, they'd never had one and didn't know what to expect, and we sort of couldn't get any questions answered from friends or colleagues or anything like that about how we should be feeling or what's to come and what's going to happen to what's the process during that, and it was a bit confusing. We didn't really know what to do or say or how we should even be sort of feeling, Yeah.
It's a very hard thing, and I think it's awkward for everyone too. It's awkward for friends and family because they probably don't know what to say to you or how to deal with it. It's a really nasty time.
Yeah, well, I think it's some sort of faux pas because after it happened, a few people came out of the woodwork and said that it had happened to them, and it was like, well, we wish we knew because we would love to speak to you about it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think the most important thing to remember is that there isn't a right or wrong way as to how you should feel after the loss of your baby, or a time limit. I wanted so badly for someone to tell me when it would go away or when it would feel better, and no one ever did tell me that, and I now know why, because no one ever can, and I never would when I'm speaking to another parent, because grief is very individual, and there really isn't a right or wrong way. So it is important that as a parent and for the people around you to just keep that in mind. Don't say to the parents, "Oh, you should be over it," or "It's been 3 months now," or those sorts of things.
Can't we change the subject?
They're really unhelpful. So.
Yeah, so, and what was that number again? Is it 1-800-824-240?
That's correct.
Okay, excellent.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks very much.
Good on you, Brian. Good luck.
Thanks, Amanda. See ya.
And what about things, Jaylee, before you go? What about, trying for another child again? Because I would imagine that you would become incredibly... I know my brother did. He was terrified. He had another pregnancy, and then that was okay, and then he just went, I can't ever do this again. I can never put myself through that again. And so that child is his only child.
Yeah.
Is that something that you help people with as well?
Yeah, pregnancy after the loss of baby is something that is very difficult, and you just are full of worry. And, sometimes even if you found out that this is not something that particularly will happen again, because you've gone through so much trauma of the loss of your baby, it is really difficult. So we do offer a pregnancy after a loss support meeting here in Adelaide. And we also have online support groups, which is for families who, are pregnant again, and they just want to get on and be able to talk and say, hey, I'm having a really bad day, or I've got a scan coming up, or I'm really nervous, and it is hard, it is difficult. For me personally, after I lost Kai, I went on to full pregnant about 9 months later, and at 14 weeks we lost that baby too. So,
oh no!
So at that point, 2 pregnancies, no baby, and an endless amount of heartache and medical tests and finding out what was wrong, and that was really difficult. And it was only, I guess, our need to be able to want to bring home a healthy baby that we could love and care for, that we decided to try for a third baby, and luckily for us he was a healthy baby, and he's now a very active, almost 4-year-old. So we're very lucky, and we're one of the lucky ones, and we certainly know that and appreciate how lucky we are to have him.
Well, I think you do such a tremendous job, and I would urge anyone who's been in that situation or who finds himself in that situation to contact the Teddy Love Club. That phone number again?
1-800-824-240, and the website is www.teddyloveclub.org.au.
You're an absolute champ, and Jaylee, thank you so much for giving up your time today to